fucking mask on. Get your mask on. Fucking mask on. Percocet, Miley Percocet. Chasing chicks, never chasing bitch. Mask on, fucking mask on, bitch. Mask on, fucking mask on, bitch. Chasing chicks, never chasing bitch. Never chasing bitch.
Hey guys,
it's Lucas and Noah reacting, featuring
What's
Yen.
hi.
Dog piss and poop in the car.
Hello,
Whoa!
What the hell? Why is that
Hello.
doing that?
Big hand!
Why?
That dog just pooped.
That dog just pooped and peed in his car. Oh my gosh, what a mess.
This would suck to happen in real life.
I hope his car is clean now.
For real.
All over the passenger seat. Who would want to sit in
He
there?
really had to poop a lot.
Yes, he did.
Is that piss bubbling?
What language is this guy speaking? What kind of car does he have? Stop playing. No, stop.
Boy snitches out sister when mum threatens to take away. I wonder what the
Noah,
mum
stop
threatened
the
to
video!
take away. That made the boy snitch on his sister. Damn, he's still pissing. He should probably take him to the grass.
It looks like he took him to the grass.
Too late.
There's people all over his car. Can you please stop? Please pause the video.
The gaming slash
Noah, pause
dog.
the video.
Dog gaming slash dag.
Please
What's
pause the
that?
video, Noah. Please stop,
Another big
please.
shout out to Louis Buffoni
Oh my.
and Felix, Kieran, Ruben.
Felix, put Lucas on your private Snapchat story.
Please. This is like the second or third time we've had to ask. Who else is needed?
Thank you guys for watching. Hi YouTubes, this is Lucas and Noah React, featuring KUDOSE.
Hi.
We're watching Game Theory 5 Nights at Freddy's Scariest Monster Is You.
Theorists, welcome
I'm
to
scared.
MatPat Play. Hello once again, theorists. Welcome to
Hi,
MatPat
MatPat.
Play.
Hi.
We are
I'm a
the
theorist.
scariest game of all creation.
Uh-oh.
Probably never heard of it.
Oh my
Five
God.
Nights at Freddy's.
I've never heard of this game.
It's a camera.
It's the
came up-
camera.
Was that a bunny? Was that a bunny? I think it was.
You
a
know
bunny.
what that is, MatPat, stop lying.
Oh my gosh.
MatPat, you know that is infamous Five Nights at Freddy's
Oh, God.
character Bonnie.
Huh.
You idiot.
What
Only the
happened?
fan. It's
Oh.
only the fan. Only a fan. I have never
Look, it's
played
MatPat's fan.
Oh god! Shut the door! Shut the door! Shut the door!
Oh, guy. Hi, MatPat.
Nice hands.
MatPat's getting sucked off right now.
No, gross.
His wife is under the gaming desk.
Oh!
Man, what the hell?
I don't know about you, but every time the camera makes the sound to come up, I pee a little bit in my pants.
I don't.
What?
Matt Pat is a bedwetter.
Oh, gross.
Bunny rabbit jump scare.
Matt Pat's he's fucking lost it. Matthew Patterson has fucking lost it.
Oh, there's the bunny rabbit.
Why? I just want to watch the game theory, Matt Pat.
Man, this is truly compelling gameplay.
When's it gonna bring up the theory?
Oh my gosh, guys.
The
I'm on
philosophy.
Power.
Your philosophy.
The game philosophy.
Give me Freddy, please.
Oh no, it's Golden Freddy. It's Golden Freddy. Oh no.
Is this what it takes to get views on YouTube?
Oh god. Oh my god.
Game philosophy, starring Matthew. Hi, Xenia.
Xenia, join. We're
Hi,
reacting game theory. Five Nights at Freddy's Scariest Monster.
Lucas and Noah react, featuring KUDOSE and Xenia.
Hello, Internet.
Hello, Internet.
Welcome
Hello.
to Game Theory,
Game
where
Theory.
Fear is our middle name. Matthew Fear Patrick. It's a very strange name.
Shut up, Matthew
Okay,
Patterson.
I'll admit it. I didn't give Five
Bet
Nights at
that's not even
Freddy's
his
enough
middle
credit
name.
when it first came out. A
Yeah,
few
but his
jump
middle name-
scares from creatures that
Rick.
aren't that
Matthew
scary.
Rick
People
Patterson.
overreacting to it on YouTube.
Shut up, Rick.
Nah, pass. But then when I asked you about it, you showed overwhelming support for an episode on the game on Twitter, so I began to dig a little deeper and deeper. And what I found was some of
Oh, I
the
got dinner.
most
I gotta be right
interesting
back.
storytelling, most intriguing
Okay.
mysteries, and
I'm
most
having tacos.
disturbing events I've
Have
read
fun.
about in a
getting
long
in
time.
myself,
Now,
so
if you
I
were
gotta
just
get
to
in
play
over
the
that.
game straight
I
through
reckon we're
5
gonna have to
days,
drink
the story would actually come across as
I'm gonna go get a drink of
superficial.
water.
You're the
I'll talk
new
to you
night
next-
guard watching the security cameras at a Chuck E. Cheese-style restaurant called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. 4 animatronics roam the halls at night because the owners don't want their servos to lock up. Bad news is, you can't let them near you, or else they'll kill you on the spot because you look like a naked endoskeleton. Ow, ow! Show them those circuits! Apparently, one of them bit someone back in 87, presumably 1987. And the past guard leaves you recorded phone messages to act as your tutorial, that is, as much as he could record before he got himself killed. And that's it! Stay 5 nights, collect your paycheck, done, game over, play something new. But playing it that way is doing the game a huge disservice, because that's not even scratching the surface. If you're really observant, you start to unravel the layers of unsolved mysteries around this place. You find that there's a 5th animatronic, that posters on the wall will change randomly, that news
back, I
clippings
filled up my drink
appear and disappear, telling the dark secrets of this twisted place. Putting it all together, here's the rest of the story. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, once a popular restaurant, fell into hard times when 5 children went missing there after being lured to a back room by a man dressed in a character costume. Though a suspect was caught and convicted, the bodies of the children were never recovered. The pizzeria was also threatened with shutdown due to sanitation complaints, as foul odors started to come from the animatronics, blood and mucus oozing from their eyes and mouths. The last article, written years after the incident, states that the pizzeria would finally be closed by year end. In addition to the core 4 robots, Chica, Bonnie, Freddy, and Foxy, there's also a 5th, unofficially referred to as Golden Freddy. Ignoring the rules of physics, Golden Freddy
back.
appears and disappears at will, can inexplicably travel through doors, wherever, causing strange hallucinations. And when he attacks you, you're not taken to the typical game over screen, your game crashes. So that's unsettling. And there's also strange messages appearing on the walls, repeating the words, "It's me." According to the game's creator, the place is indeed haunted by what we can only assume to be the spirits of the 5 lost children. So that's the gist of it. Murder, missing children, foul odors, killer robots. and pizza. But that story leaves a lot of lingering questions. Who is your character? How's he fit in? Why does he stay for 5 nights when he's very clearly confronting the possibility of death? What more can we know about this terrifying Golden Freddy? And most importantly, what is the complete story behind Five Nights at Freddy's? They're all good questions about a delightfully incomplete and mysterious story with just enough threads to keep you theorizing. So now, if you'll indulge me, let me reciprocate that story with one of my own.
That's some
I
good
think you'll
order.
find it interesting. December 1993, Aurora, Colorado.
Oh,
10
Steven.
p.m. Tuesday night at a local Chuck E. Cheese. After a family birthday party runs long, manager Margaret Kohlberg and teenage employees Sylvia Crowell, Ben Grant, Colleen O'Connor, and Bobby Stevens are forced to stay late to close up shop. But as Margaret tallies receipts in the back, Bobby scrubs down the kitchen and the other 3 work outside in the main arcade. Unknown to any of the 5, there's actually a 6th person locked in the building with them, waiting silently in the darkened
Pardon me.
restrooms. A 19-year-old named
Reactors.
Nathan Dunlap. Earlier that year, Nathan had begun working there as a
Look at this
cook
motherfucker.
master
Look at
before
this
getting
dumbass
fired in July
motherfucker.
after a disagreement over his hours. Now, 5 months later, he was back. At 10:05, he left the bathroom, pulled out a small caliber handgun, and proceeded to execute everyone in the building. First Sylvia, then Ben, then Colleen. Dunlap then moved to the kitchen, where he surprised Bobby Stevens. The bullet entered Bobby's jaw, sending him sprawling onto the ground. Then finally, Nathan moved to the back, the office, where Margaret opened the safe before Nathan shot her twice, proceeded to grab her bag, filling it with $1,600 in cash, arcade
I've never seen
tokens,
this happen in the video game.
Is this real? I wasn't listening.
I'm also confused. Xenia!
Is this the real story that it's based on?
I don't know.
Listen,
Oh.
Spurred
You're
on
the
by the building
FNAF
security
person.
footage, police were at his home a few hours later, where he was promptly arrested. Eventually, he was tried and sentenced to death, but his story re-entered the news just recently as his punishment has been postponed, leading people to debate whether he's able to sleep soundly, knowing that his execution has been delayed. This is a tragic story, a disgusting waste of human life, and one that I won't joke about or make fun of in any way, but I want to address it because I have a strong suspicion that this story is the one that inspired Five Nights at Freddy's. Let's look at the facts. First, I don't think that there's any doubt that Freddy's is a parody of Chuck E. Cheese. From the singing animatronics to the alliterative naming of the characters, the parallels are just obvious, so the setting is certainly the same. Next, what year does Five Nights take place? The time is
Shit,
certainly
19.
but there are clues that we can put together. For one, the Chuck E. Cheese franchise had a tremendous period of growth and
2004.
success in the
No,
late
it was
80s and
after
early
87.
90s, but started to decline along the same time as
Right,
arcades, with
87.
at-home video game consoles taking center stage. So that's one clue, but we can get even more detailed, specifically with your character's paycheck. Each night you're working a 6-hour shift, and you're spending 5 nights there. So that's 30 hours of total work time for $120.
Is that why it's
Total,
called Five Nights at
$4 an hour.
Freddy's?
How can they do that? That's below minimum wage. For
I've spent
2014.
one night at
But in
Freddy
1990,
in year
minimum
8.
wage was $3.80. In 1991, it was raised to $4.25, and by 1996, you were looking at about $5 an hour. So the game seems to take place between 1991 and 1996. The Nathan Dunlap story took place in 1993. But let's move on to the most important comparison: the victims. In the game, there were 5 child victims. In the real life
Richie
story,
CS
there were
is
also
now
5
playing
victims.
Counter-Strike.
But we can get even more specific. Online theories about the game always tend to draw a parallel between the number of kids missing to the number of animatronics, saying that the children's bodies were stuffed in the various suits. And this appears to be true. Bonnie and Chica both have moans and raspy breath sound effects, as though someone's trying
Gross.
to cling to the last threads of their lives stuffed inside the costumes. And other sounds made by the animatronics are just slowed down versions of children's laughs and screams. Additionally, as the news clipping mentions, the suits ooze blood and mucus and begin to stink, like decaying bodies or reanimated corpses. So 5 victims, 5 suits, seem like a slam dunk, but nowhere does it say that all 5 were murdered, only that they went missing and couldn't be found. Also, the trouble a lot of people have with this theory is Golden Freddy. Why is that guy so limp and lifeless? So unlike the others. It's weird, until you go back to the real life story. Yes, there were 5 people shot that night in Chuck E. Cheese, which matches the 5 victims in Freddy's story, but of those, one survived. Bobby, the one from the kitchen, miraculously survived the shot to his jaw. After he was knocked to the floor by the bullet, he went limp, played dead, to avoid the killer coming back to finish the job. And that relates exactly to the advice you're given on night 3 by the phone guy.
Try playing dead. You know, go limp.
Again, let me reiterate that I'm not trying to make light of the real-life events by comparing them to bear costumes and animatronics, but I do want to point out that these similarities do exist. And what else is limp and appears to be a lifeless, empty suit in the
We're not
cave?
reacting.
Golden Freddy. Surviving the attack, Bobby was able to go to trial and be a damning piece of evidence in the case against Nathan
Why not?
Dunlap, ultimately leading to his death sentence. Which animatronic
Don't join the
surprises
reaction
by
video if you're
appearing
not gonna
randomly?
react,
The
so
one
yeah.
you don't expect and has no clear
Yellow
pattern?
bird.
Golden Freddy. It's also worth
Golden
mentioning
Freddy.
that of all the cameras in the restaurant, one
Christmas
is always
films,
black,
Tom's Lock and
preventing you
Proxy.
from seeing what's going on.
Wonderful
That
six,
camera is
six,
located in the kitchen, leading many to assume it's where Golden Freddy hides, which just so happens to be the place Bobby was able to survive the attack. So I ask, odd coincidence or source of inspiration?
no,
In fact, if
it's-
you think about it, the behavior of the animatronics really corresponds with key features of each of the real-life story's victims. We just covered Golden Freddy and Bobby, but the rest have strange parallels too. Bonnie goes into the utility closet filled with floor cleaning supplies, the most prominent ones being a mop and a broom. It's probably one of the most random rooms in the game, until you consider that Ben, the second victim, was vacuuming at the time of the attack. Foxy is kept
That's not
sequestered
like
in
a
the
mop
back of the
or a
building,
broom.
behind a curtain, more aggressive than all the
I'm
rest.
Pat, I'm
Similar
back.
to the way Margaret, the manager, was in the back office counting receipts at the time of the murder, and her role as manager would inherently make her more aggressive and assertive. Sylvia was closest to the bathroom and was cleaning up the sink
Who also got
at the time
water?
of the attack. Chica walks past the bathroom and is associated with food. And Freddy, well, he doesn't have that strong of a parallel
I'ma
with
go get an apple,
Colleen,
I'll
but
be
he
back.
does appear in the girls' restroom.
He's
Odd
gonna
for
go
what
get
we would
an apple.
assume to be a male animatronic. Maybe it's a reference to Colleen being a girl,
Lol,
or a
that's where
nod
the
to
women
Nathan's plan of
pay.
hiding in the bathroom until he was ready to attack.
That's where I
Alright,
go into
after
the
doing all the
straw
research, reading every fan theory
lick
in
up all the
existence, and putting
substance
all
that
the
they
clues
leave.
together,
Shut
what
the
can this
fuck
mean
up.
for the story of the game? I think the game is an allegory for that night back in
Chuck E.
1993. Here's my final interpretation.
Cheese.
You, Mike Schmidt, are the murderer, former employee of Freddy's
What?
Pizzeria.
I'm
Like
not
Nathan
Mike
in the real
Schmidt.
story, you were fired for the reason
Are
stated
you
in the Day
Mike
7
Schmidt?
pink slip,
No.
tampering with the
I'm
animatronics,
from-
being
No.
unprofessional
No.
odor. Maybe it was your tampering with the
I'm
robots that
Kudos,
caused
I'm
the
the
infamous
featured
bite of
guy.
87. Regardless,
No.
like Nathan, you were mad and wanted to get even. So you lured children to the back using a costume, killed them, stuffed their bodies into the animatronic suits,
I'm back.
hoping to get the place shut down, then left. Notice that the newspaper clippings never say it's an employee of the company luring the children away, but we know it must have been someone with access and knowledge of the employees-only section of the building. And as the newspaper clippings clearly show, just like Nathan, you were caught almost
I've changed the
immediately,
video.
captured on the
Yeah,
security
fuck this
footage.
video.
You were arrested,
Just go to, like,
tried, and
Go like Matt Pat Luigi's penis size.
Yo,
It's a real video.
Jeez! Well, the whole internet is currently losing its mind over Luigi's warp pipe in Mario Tennis Aces. I'm here to remind you that this isn't the first time Mario games have featured anything, south of the border. Lest we forget this odd geologic structure from Mario Kart Double Dash, right there on the sandy shores of Peach Beach. You'll never power slide under that arch the same way again.
What the hell, Matt Pat? I fucking hate Matt Pat.
so stupid.
Yeah, he's such
Fuck
an
you,
idiot.
Matt Pat. Thanks
Oh,
for
yeah,
Go to
watching,
Bondi
guys.
Beach.
Okay.